Welcome to the BBC podcast. Your boy Tunchi right here, down for another self-improvement segment. Got my boy Mr. Thompson right here from North Carolina. Man, checked out his page, man. Real good content, man. So you had to reach out to you, make sure we touch base on a lot of things here, man. A lot of self-improvement that needs to go on right now. I think you got a good message out there, so I'm going to turn it over to you, man. Let you introduce yourself.
Yeah, man. Thank you for the invite. I'm blessed to be on this live right now. So basically, I make self-improvement content. I also help team retention. Also teach men about no fap because I feel like today's generation of men are becoming more weak and becoming more feminine in today's world right now.
Yeah, for real. How long you been doing making content?
Previously, I made content around like 2018. I took a break.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Joined the Army for a little bit.
Okay.
And after the basic training, I got right back to the content. Now I'm still trying to be consistent every day and dropping the videos.
Okay. I see. Yeah. So you've been touched through the military, man. You think that gave you like a more of like a eye opener, man, on like what's missing from masculinity and stuff?
Oh yeah, it gave me a total eye opener.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, my pops is in the military, so yeah. Okay. So first thing, man, I'm gonna let you go through, man, like where you see nowadays that young men are just lacking in self-improvement.
You know what I'm saying? One thing, you know what I'm saying, basically everybody lacks in self-improvement on that pornography. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the biggest flaws that we all take in as men. We feel like that has the bigger, you know what I'm saying? It makes us feel good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's very pleasing to eyes. Yeah.
Okay. What tips could you give somebody who's, let's say, like lacking to get out there to even speak to women, so they turn it over to their phone, man, and just trying to get on these websites and check out these ladies instead of getting out there and just trying to give live action, you know what I'm saying, and just like make contact with women. That way they don't feel like they don't exist, you know what I'm saying? A lot of it has to do with like self-esteem. Like what would you say about like building self-esteem? What tips would you give?
Bro, I'm telling you, women on social media, their ego is so boosted. So recently, I just text a woman, right? She has 100K on TikTok, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And she has a million on TikTok.
A million? Man.
Yeah. And 100K on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
And she's a trainer. So one day I approached this girl out of nowhere. I followed her first, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get no text back. Then I DM'd her. I didn't get nothing at all. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I know she's seen it. But then again, I met this girl in person, and everything completely changed.
Oh, for real?
You know what I'm saying? It's really, and I did this like numerous of times, DMing women, and I feel like, okay, maybe I should go try to meet these women in person. It's a whole different perspective.
Yeah, for sure.
Talking to you and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What would you say about like somebody who's just like stuck in the video games or stuck on their phone and like don't have the self-esteem? Like what's the first step that they could take to get out there?
First step that you can take is, you know what I'm saying, just try to go out as much as you can. The first thing you can do is introduce yourself and just ask them questions. And you can just express yourself like, I like to play video games. You know what I'm saying? Don't really care about what they have to say. You know what I'm saying? Don't think about, oh, you playing video games, you're lame. You know what I'm saying? Just
pretty much just be you and have the self-confidence and stuff.
Right.
And can you elaborate a little bit and just explain this no fap?
No fap lifestyle. Yeah. We gotta stop fapping as men.
Yeah.
But as we can. I know it's hard, but like the journey don't stop. Don't give up.
Yeah. What about like for yourself? Like how could you explain like yourself like men and like your friends or peers or something like that you know that's just always just stuck on all the time, just like, man, they taking time out their day just to just grab phones and just be like hiding away with it.
Right. Yeah, bro. They be like, you weird. You know what I'm saying? They be like, you hear some weird things. Like they question like, bro, you like women? Are you gay? You do all these things. You be like, nah, bro. It's just self-improvement because you know, deep down after you relapse to that pornography, you get that guilt. It does your heart.
Yeah. Okay. And like you just recently spoke up on the whole how women are on social media nowadays. Like, what is What are your thoughts like on the dating market nowadays? Being that like the most common girl can have like 200 followers and half of them's her family, and then she got dudes that had like 10,000 like followers like hitting her up and trying to hook up with her and send her out with her friends and pay for things.
Hmm.
How do
So
you?
basically, when the term, you got different things. You got women, the club women, and
Mm-hmm.
they'll use you for your drinks, use you for your bottles.
Yeah,
This is dirty game.
yeah,
Then you got women. I'm not saying these are all women, but
yeah,
you have to have discernment to pick what's right, what's wrong.
yeah.
So I always tell men to pick women who choose you, who come up to you first.
Okay, so choose wise. Would you say nowadays it's better to like try to hit a girl in the DM or to try to meet her in person and better?
Absolutely, meet her in person, 100%.
Uh, would you say more? I guess typical wise to message her online, and then try to meet her in person, or are you talking about like meet her in person like this girl you seen at Starbucks all the time, or she work at the gas station all the time, and trying to hit her up instead of like trying to get the girl online?
Yeah, you see that girl at Starbucks or the girl in your class
Yeah.
or somebody else, just hit her up online.
Okay.
Like I said, bro, it's weird because I got this girl in my class. I found her on IG,
Mm-hmm.
but I texted her on IG. You know what I'm saying? She don't have a big fan base,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I still didn't get no reply. But when I talked to her in class, you know what I'm saying, things start to click.
Mm. Okay.
I don't know. I think social media has a big ego effect on them as of right now. I
Yeah, for
like the
sure.
role switch.
Okay. Okay. That's right. How about what tips would you give a guy on like once he's able to get a hold of that girl and she says okay she'll meet up with him, like would you say try to impress her right away and spend all the money and try to do a hot date, or would you say keep it in the middle and keep things simple, like until you get your foot in the door you might be spending money right now and then you ain't getting nowhere?
Yeah. One thing I'll tell you is if you do make plans, like follow through. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Don't say
so
you got to do this. And keep a man of your word.
yeah, yeah.
That's one that they really like. You know what I'm saying? Schedule it like 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be meeting or Applebee's. I want
Yeah,
you to
yeah.
be here at this time
Okay,
and
so
do that
okay,
and so forth.
okay. Punctual and beyond. So what would you say what are three bad habits can you name dudes have right now on not getting their shit together
Three bad habits.
that
So
you see
one bad
commonly like
habit.
all the time?
One bad habit that we can say is chasing them so much,
Chasing.
chasing women too
Okay.
over our purpose. Another one is another one, like I said, is pornography. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
That's a big. And another one is spending too much money.
Okay.
That can be a bad habit, bro.
Yeah. You see a lot of dudes around you that they ain't like financially like well put together. Like once they get some money in their hands, it burns right through their hands. Like,
Right?
okay,
Yeah. Finance is a big key as well.
okay. What do you? What little like? How could you shortly put it together on how you came from point A to point B? Let's say you you in 2017 to you right now 2022. Like what did you do to self improve yourself?
What I do to self improve every day. Well, Monday through Friday, I go to the gym, and a
Okay,
lot
so
of people go ahead.
yeah, no. That's like one of the first things, man. Like get your body and your health right. Like that way, once you start, everybody knows like once the gains start coming in a little bit, man, like the confidence starts to go up a little bit, like bit by bit, every week, little process, even like just a little bit, even be on like improve your bench work just by 10, 20 pounds, like you feeling stronger,
Right?
so you think stronger, like.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
true.
uh, so you hit the gym first,
Uh-huh.
and then
Monday through Friday, like you said, it helps build that confidence. Then one of the one things I track my finances as well. So most of the time I try to save like 10 to 20% of what I'm making from my job and put it
mm,
in some type of savings account
okay, that's a
or
good.
emergency fund.
Okay, that's a good habit. When did you start this? Before the military, or like or when once you got
I
in the military?
started I started during the military.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I got some good things. And another one, if they can afford it financially, they
Mm,
got this thing called self. What you do is it helps you pay off some credit. You know
mm,
what I'm saying? You can make a payment up to $150 a month, and this helps build your credit.
mm.
And at the end of the month, at the end of the year, it gives you that money back with a little bit of interest as well.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, that's good. That's a good point right there for the dudes. How important would you say credit is?
Credit is very important. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
It's just in case somebody want to buy a car, they can. Oh my gosh, the interest rate would be so high.
yeah. But sometimes, man, I see dudes out here, man. They be wanting it so bad, man. Forget it, man. Slap me with an $800 car payment, man. I'm gonna go ahead and just take this thing, like.
Yeah, that's crazy. I
uh
mean,
And
you need
then,
to start.
for real, what about how I like how important is it to surround yourself with dudes that also have good habits like yourself that are into I'm into the gym. I mean, I got a handful of boys that are not into the gym, but everybody else is on some like if they're not improving their body, they improve their mind. A lot of my boys read books and they always studying and doing a lot of intellect stuff. Like how important is that to have your circle like be
Right.
on point?
I feel like you gotta have your certain cliques that you gotta hang around with.
Hmm.
You gotta have the gym clique. You
Hmm.
gotta have those in school, the study clique,
Yeah.
the one who's reading clique. Then you gotta have not necessarily. You don't have to do this every night, but
Mm.
it's also fun to have some balance. You know what I'm saying? Then you got your party people
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
like
For
to
sure.
go out and have fun every
Hmm.
now and then. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta have different cliques
Yeah.
and just know when to hang out and know to say no.
So good balance of friends and everything, and make sure that you, like you said, like know to not be a follower so much. Like you can join the crew, but when the time is over, with business is business and game is game. It's all.
Yeah,
Uh,
100.
and what would you say today? Besides, obviously, like everybody's jumping straight and relating straight to porn, but what's missing with masculinity nowadays with men?
What's missing with masculinity is really just
Okay.
being assertive and being somewhat necessarily dominant. You know what I'm saying? Taking charge of what you say you was gonna do.
Okay. Why do you think a lot of dudes nowadays are more soft and more like more yes men to women? Like like whatever it is you want. Like yes, babe. Like I'll do this or yes, like instead of being a leader and like guiding like the woman like does. Why do you think more guys take the softer role instead of trying to
Because
be the leader?
I feel like a weak, a masculine woman makes a feminine man.
Mm,
That's what I think.
okay. Do you think like soft men are more attracted to the more aggressive and masculine women?
I believe so. As right now,
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah, I see it a lot too.
And I also feel like in today's generation, we got lower testosterone back than they had in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Like our grandparents, they had more testosterone.
yeah, yeah, for
You know,
sure.
that's one of the big
Okay,
keys.
that is true. You think less the less masculine men, the more beta type males, or that they coming from like single parent homes with just moms only, or
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, and that's another big one. They don't have that father figure in their
yeah.
life to tell you.
Like, what would you recommend somebody that like pretty much like didn't have like their pops like in their life? Like, would you say like make sure they bond with their brothers, male cousins, uncles, or their male friends more than hanging out with the girls? I mean, I see a lot of dudes, man. Like, think it's cool to be hanging out like with a bunch of ladies and you just in the friend zone. Like, I think it looked like you got all the ladies, but they like nobody giving you no time attention, man. You the dude that here, hold my cup type of dude.
Right.
Like I see that there's a lot of lack to that nowadays. Like a lot of men don't know how to bond with other men. They just kind of stay like you said, like say a lot of secluded like to themselves and stuff, like less self esteem. They don't like want to get out.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Uh, how often do
But you got
you?
to realize that you're the prize. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Most times you got to stop thinking with the head down here.
yeah,
But on the level, you got to keep it business.
hmm,
Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't always ask for sex. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
If you don't ask for sex, the relationship can last longer. And you got to use women. You can use women to get you, because women can get you to places men can't. I look
Mm,
at it like that.
okay, I like that.
But you have to use them to a certain degree.
Okay. Uh, how often you say out of your week or pretty much in 30 days and out of a month? How often do you get out? Like I say, like get out, meaning maybe the bar, club, or something like that. Just out where there's a lot of women.
Uh, I try to go out every Saturday.
Okay, so
You know
once
what
a
I'm
week.
saying? Yeah. And most of my functions here been lately been like, you know what I'm saying? You just got to go to different places, like coffee shops. You can go to bars.
Okay.
You can go like Mexican places and
Mm,
just meet different people. You know what I'm saying? Try stepping out your comfort zone.
mm,
It feels weird at first. You got your phone, like you're saying, just,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Just
Okay.
try to talk to people.
What would you say on how important it is to network, like you said, like to meet people and to connect in different ways and stuff like that? How it can like improve like your portfolio really on this.
Mm-hmm. The biggest thing is, like I said, when you go out, you never know who you're going to run into. Like one day, like yesterday, I ran into this one lady. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the Wake Forest game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm by myself though, but I was just walked up to him. I was like, "Hey, how y'all doing?" And I was like, "Can I sit here?" And I was just asking her questions.
Mm-hmm.
Then she's like, "Yeah, we can give you some tickets if you want." So I'm like, "Okay." So she sent me some tickets and stuff
Oh,
into
for
some
real?
games that I'm going to attend.
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, network is very important. And what would you say about guys being so stuck on that one girl that they in the friend zone that they still want to? So they try to hit her up and she turn them down softly, but she's still talking to him, keep him as a friend, hanging around. Like, would you recommend for the guy to try to spend all the time to try to get out the friend zone with that girl, or would you tell him to, man, just focus and just get you a few girls? That way you kind of have a selection that's going on, so you're not wasting your time on one girl.
Right, right. I understand what you're saying. So first thing you gotta be like, um, you gotta be honest with it. Like, okay, so you don't want to hang out with me. We can't be friends no more. Because me personally, I don't think women and men they can be friends, but on a certain level.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? If you're in that friend zone level, you know what I'm saying? She's just gonna keep using you, keep you
mm.
just an option.
Just extracting
Every,
extracting your resources. Huh?
so every time she calls you, guess what you gonna do? She gonna answer. You gonna
Hmm.
answer the phone. So really, just open up a variety of women. And if somebody friends on you, I say just leave her alone.
Okay, that's what we said. Man, a lot of
Right.
dudes, man, they be like, man, she's so pretty, man. I almost had her. I'm gonna just stick in there. And
Yeah,
okay,
I just have to stop texting her that.
yeah, yeah. Pass her out to the side, man. Keep it moving.
That's fact.
All right. And then, what would you say? What are three recommendations you would say to once you get the woman that you pretty much want? Like you guys start dating and seeing each other. Like how would you recommend to men to being able to keep that girl?
To be able to keep that girl, be spontaneous as much as you can.
Okay.
Don't keep doing the same thing over and over.
Mm. And then what would you say is two more
I feel like
things?
that's fine. Go ahead.
What would you say is two more things?
Say it again.
I said, what would you say is two more things that you like
More
to be able to
things.
keep her? Being spontaneous and what else?
Really just focus on make sure she's pouring into you. Make sure you're pouring into her. Because it's all about building in a relationship.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure her ends are satisfied. importantly, you want to make sure your ends are satisfied on both
Okay.
levels.
So pretty much make sure the investment is there on both sides.
Right.
And then what's the last thing you would say?
The last one would be accountability.
Okay. A lot of women don't have that, but
Yeah. They
uh,
love. Just make sure you're checking in. Make sure you're texting her. You know what I'm saying? The times
communi-
and everything.
yeah, with the
Yeah.
communication and everything.
Yeah, that's a big. That's. I feel like that's one of the biggest keys.
Mm,
Really.
very true. All right, man. And then lastly, I'm gonna let you explain. It is what is the message that you sending with your YouTube content and stuff like what do you want these dudes out here to know?
I really want them to just to focus on their own grind and self improve as much as they can. If you gotta go into college, go ahead and get the degree. If you start an entrepreneur, go ahead and start it. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing: the women, they always gonna be there. No matter where you're going, they always gonna be there. So
That's,
really, just focus on your grind and worry about the women later. You know what
okay.
I'm saying?
That's a good message, man. Self improve first. Like, don't worry about the ladies, stuff like that. Like, once you get to where you need to go and that improvement goes up, the women are byproduct of it, and it comes.
Right. They'll be flocking to you.
Yeah, for real. Especially you got your stuff together. Yeah, but all right, man. Appreciate your time, man. And the content is good, man. Keep it pushing, man. You should start dropping more videos, man. Your videos are good.
You too, bro.
Yeah,
Stay on the right path, bro.
all right, for sure, man. We'll look forward to it, man. And can you go ahead and let them know where they can find you? I'm gonna put everything in the description too, but I'll let you.
You can find me on Instagram at a Key Thompson. You can find me on YouTube at a Key Thompson.
All
Go
right.
ahead and subscribe, like, and comment.
Yeah, for sure, man. Stop in, man. Subscribe and show my boy some love.
Tap in.
All right, man. Be
All
safe out
right.
there, man. What's happening with you again soon?
You too.
All right, man.
All right.
All right.
Peace.
Yep.